Alright guys, welcome back to the video. Today we reacted to the dokkan stream live on stream on Twitch. But today we're going to do a full breakdown of their kits and their passive and all this stuff. Plus the EZA Golden Frieza plus the Battery Unit Vegeta. So here we have all the categories around 26 categories. That's an insane amount of categories. Both heroes and villains categories. We got movie bosses, movie heroes, you know, their leader skill. We'll see in a second. And then you have fused fighters, and you have inhumane deeds. And then super bosses, I believe, is on here as well. So they're on 3 of the 4 GDC category leads. 3 of the 4. So they're just buffing the whole game pretty much. Oops, not over that. So let's go on to what they actually do. This wants to work. Okay, so here we have movie bosses or movie heroes category. Ki plus 3, HP 20%, attack and defense 170%, plus additional HP attack and defense plus 50%. For characters who also belong to a transformation boost, gifted warriors, or inhumane deeds category. So inhumane deeds is pretty much Omega's leader skill. It depends on who you really want to use. Movie heroes and movie bosses are really not that good, but with the upcoming celebration, I'm expecting a lot of EZAs for them. I'm gonna get like Carnival Goku, the tech one. His EZA is coming around. He's 3 years old. STR Cooler, he's also 3 years old. So they're both all movie heroes and movie bosses. So hopefully they'll see an EZA, you know, anytime soon. Hopefully. And let's see what else. Okay, so greatly raises attacking for 1 turn. Kinda whatever, you know, he's not stacking attacks, that's whatever. But he's lowering attack and defense, which is good. Attack and defense lowering is really good for the stages that allows that. And then for 18 key, greatly attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense. Raises attack, allies attack by 50% for 1 turn, stuff excluded. So he has no defense on super attack. That's pretty concerning. No defense super attack. He's either gonna have to be like a defensive beast just on his own. If not, that's a bit of an L if he does not have that. I mean, I already know this, but I'm just going over it. If he does not have defensive raise on super attack, which is not good. That's not good at all. Okay, so attack and defense 250%, reduce an additional Ki plus 2 per Ki 3 obtained. Damage reduction rate 70%. 70% damage reduction is huge. Like Blue Bros have that like already base, and that's just a huge amount of damage reduction just for existing. That's huge. Like if you don't mind using items, just pop an Air pop a Whis, and you have 100% damage reduction for 2 turns already. If you have 2 of them. For 5 turns from character's entry turn, guards all attacks. Start from 6th turn from the character's entry turn, great chance of guarding all attacks. Why don't why? You know why? Just give them guard. Just give them guard. Like I don't think they're that busted that they're gonna. That 30% chance to miss the guard is gonna make the difference. I don't think so. You're just making a unit more frustrating just on the off chance that you get bad luck. That doesn't make sense though. That doesn't make sense. Just get a permanent guard. Just get a permanent guard. Like it's not. Yeah. When there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or movie bosses category attack in the same turn, launches additional super attack. So you're good. You're good. Like the 4 extreme is a bit harsh, but. If you're running him on his team, he's gonna have movie heroes or movie bosses on the team at all times because that's the leader skill. So that's not a bad restriction. This one's a bit harsh, but you can overcome that with just having a movie heroes or movie bosses team on there. On there. For every attack received, attack 150. For every attack received, attack 150% and chance of critical hit 10% within the turn. So if you get like a shit ton of attacks to slot 1, he's gonna hit like a fucking truck. Not even trying to like a fucking train. He's gonna just rail the fuck out of them. Nah, that only works to solve 1, so it's a good thing he has the damage reduction 70%. And the guard is really frustrating. This is where the guard becomes frustrating. Because if you miss the guard, you're probably gonna hit a bit harder than you would like. Like he doesn't seem to have that much crazy. Like this is nice. Apart from that, he doesn't get defense until here, which we haven't got over yet. So it's not looking great without the guard, honestly. When our guard is active, defense 20% to up to 100%. So yeah, that's good. It's still though like I'm not exactly the biggest fan so far. Obviously, when we see him in game, he'll probably play better than I'm imagining. But just 250% defense, damage reduction 10% is great. For the first 5 turns, you got guaranteed guard, so that's good. But then after that, it's like you might miss it, you might not. Like you might not have enough defense to tank that and activate this attack buff. Like you might not get that. You might not. When 3 or more superclass allies are on this team, starting from the 3rd turn, the character's entry's turn, or starting from the 5th turn of battle, changes Ki spheres, AGL, STR, and STR's attack. Okay, nice. Orb changing. Randomly changes physical or ink Ki spheres to rainbow Ki sphere. Okay, nice. So he's orb changing twice. And meets up with Gogeta and can perform reversible exchange. Okay, So if you have 3 super class allies, you can do the exchange with Gogeta turn 3. If not, you can do it turn 5. Nice, pretty nice. Most characters are usually turn 4, and I think Kill and Khalifa are turn 6. But you can do a turn 3 with these guys if you have if you're using super class allies. Yeah. I believe that's it for this Frieza, yeah. Alright, so let's move over to Gogeta over here, the Gogeta part of the unit. I think we missed the super attack effects, did we? Okay, so for super attack effects, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Okay, so there we go. Defense buff on super attack. That is huge. That is tremendous. Defense buff on huge it's so it's so underrated, but it's so big towards the unit. And like Frieza does not have that either. Like he already has not really enough defensive multipliers, and he's not getting defense and super attack. So I mean, to be fair, most of the stuff you want, like where you want to use him defensively, is gonna be slot 1, so you can get attacked. But it's still like, I don't like it. You know, I don't like it. And then for 18 key, massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Sorry, massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Raises allies defense by 50%. That is crazy. That is crazy. He doubles his defense, attack is whatever. He doubles his defense, and he gives his allies 50% defense support. That is crazy. That is a crazy buff he's giving. That is crazy. That is insane. So here we have can perform reversible exchange with Golden Frieza, key +6, attack and defense 250%. Just, you know, nice. The key +6 is nice. Receives an additional key +1 and per key strip 10. Okay, so yeah, it goes down from 2 to 1 just because he gets key +6. So I don't think it'll make that much of a difference, honestly. I think it's probably better, honestly. Attacks offensive against all types, you know, classic Gogeta stuff, being super effective against all types. High chance of dodging, you know, great, you know, we love that. 50% chance of dodge, we love that. With 1 key strip obtained, fully recovers HP once per battle. So on his first turn, he'll have like the full HP recover. I'm gonna guess they did that in case, like, instead of just doing one for first turn battle, recover full HP. I'm gonna guess they did it when with key strip obtained, just because there's quite a few bosses that damage you when you collect key spheres. So if you put like a word like this, I'm gonna guess after you get the damage from that, you still recover your full HP. So that's kind of worded better. When 3 or more key super class allies are on a team, or when there's another movie heroes, or yeah, so same thing. Damage reduction rate 40%. Okay, I honestly prefer that over an additional super attack. To be fair, Golden Frieza does hit hard, but yeah, this is more like it. Damage reduction 40%, defense 250. You know, and he's doubling it on super attack and stuff like that. When attacking with 20 key or more, attack and defense 20%. There we go. Multiplicative buffs when attacking. Multiplicative buffs. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. And great chance for a critical hit. Okay, so this kind of becomes worthless here. This kind of becomes worthless. Attacks defense all types. This kind of becomes worthless with a great chance to crit. But I guess it's not guaranteed, so it's still useful. And then when activating active skill, when attacking with 24 key, attacking just 50%. Okay, so you know what? Dokkan, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, just put additional here, and then put guaranteed crits. You know, you don't have to double crit. You know, like that's 4 key away. I know you're not always gonna get 24 key, but like we don't need to be double critting in the passive. It's like putting double guard in the passive. Like him having guaranteed the guard and then putting great chance to guard after is like, just give him guard, you know, like just make it broken. Like it's fucking Gogeta, who cares? Just make it broken. Like I know it's Frieza as well, but like just make it broken. Who cares? It's not a PvP game. It's broken. Perfect key strip obtained, chance of evading 5%, attack 10%, and allies defense 10% when attacking. Woo! So what this means is if he gets 10 key spheres, he's got a 50% chance to dodge from that, and then a high chance of dodging from his pain kit. So if they do add up together, that's his guaranteed dodging. He's getting guaranteed dodge. Now, if he gets 20 key, obviously he's got guaranteed dodge on top of his normal dodge, but that could mean that's huge. That could be huge. And then attack plus 10% and all allies. So I think this is for himself. And then the all allies defense 10%. I think it's just support. Self-excludes, yeah. So I'm pretty sure this one's for him, and then the defense one is for allies. So that's also just huge. 10% support, or like however many keys for you get. If you get 10, you want to aim for 10. That is huge. That is tremendously big. For every 5 keys you obtain, launches additional super attacks. So yeah, 10 keys for you get 2 additional supers. You'll like raise your defense like twice more. It's Gogeta is kind of cracked. Like Frieza, I'm not too high on, just because he has no real defense apart from his main one. Like apart from his main one, he has no real defense. But Gogeta, I'm over the moon. Gogeta is cracked. Gogeta is the guy. I'm so like Gogeta. Oh, Give me that Gogeta. Give it to me. Give it to me. Alright. Let's move on to Golden Frieza. Oh yeah, also active skills. Now let's move on to Golden Frieza. Let's do this. So, Golden Frieza, active skill, Ki plus 24 for the turn. Defense plus 400% and directs enemies' attacks towards this character for 1 turn. Okay, so you can use the active skill, direct the attacks towards you, and then swap into Gogeta. So you don't have to stay with to Frieza if you don't want to. You can swap over to Gogeta. You can even get guaranteed dodge, so you don't get stunned if there's like a thing that stuns you. That is really good active skill. He's got like the I don't know what the thing is called. I forgot what the mechanic's called, but the Beast Gohan, the Gogeta Blue from 9th Anniversary, Tech Vegeta. He's got that active skill, and can be activated when there's 4 more extreme class allies on team, once only, be or after. So I'm not a big fan of this. I'm really not a big fan of this, because this kind of limits you to a extreme class team. Not like you can still run 4 extremes and 3 supers. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. It's extreme class allies from movie bosses are not that crazy. Like, we do have some Brolys. Brolys are good, but they're kind of old now. They're getting kind of old. I'm not the biggest fan of this condition here. Really not. And then Gogeta. So Gogeta has raised attack by 540% temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Defense 540% and changes all key spheres to tech key spheres for 1 turn. Well, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? You're just gonna dodge anyways. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. Like, I guess in case a boss cancels dodge, it's good for that. You can you get all the key spheres, you get your guaranteed dodge from that, because you get 5% for key sphere to dodge. So you get dodge, guaranteed dodge, but if a boss cancels dodge, then you have a huge defense buff there. And can be active when there's 3 or more super class allies on team, once only, be it before or after. So yeah, the three super is more flexible, because you got the gods. Then you have that's really it. But like I guess Youth Gohan's also on there. Like the Super Saiyan 2 one he's got, he's also on there. And I think the Ultimate Gohan, not the Ultimate, the Super Saiyan Gohan, he might be also on Movie Hero. So that's 3 super class allies that, you know, all really good. Works on team just fine. Now the Movie Heroes one, I mean, you have this unit's a extreme one because he's extreme tech for whatever reason. He should be in super, but whatever. Then you have this one Broly's, but the easier one is the one. So then you have 2 more characters. I don't know. We'll see how well the team works together. But yeah, let's move on to Golden Frieza now. Okay, so here we are. So he his leader skill got buffed to Ki plus 4 and HP 170%. You know, pretty basic stuff. Really raises attack for 1 turn from super attack from 12 Ki. And lowers attack and defense. Okay, so lowering attack and defense, you know, nice when it's applicable. He doesn't raise defense from here though, which is really annoying. Really raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal damage. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Raises defense on 18 Ki. That's huge. I believe he had that before. I'm not too sure. I didn't get him when he came out, so I'm not too sure about what he did before. But yeah, he raises defense. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And then here we go. Guards all attacks for 1 turn. Whatever, like, just give him guard, I don't know. Defense plus 100% for 3 turns, okay. Also, we know why. Chance for critical hit and damage reduction 9%. So I think they buffed that from the damage reduction 9% to adding crit in there as well. And then chance for critical hit and damage reduction minus 10% for every 2 turns passed. No more than 60%. Okay. So I think they changed it because it used to be. I think it used to be. Okay, I'll check right now. But I think it used to be for every turn passed minus 10%. So now it's like every time he's on rotation, it's minus 10%. So it doesn't go. It used to be 20% for every time he's on rotation, basically. But I'll check that right now just to make sure that it is accurate. Okay, so yeah, it was minus 10% for every turn passed. Now it's for every 2 turns passed. So now it's every time he's on rotation unless you float him. So that's huge. That makes him like last way longer. Like on turn 3, he's gonna have 8% damage reduction. Turn 5, 70, you know, and so on. So that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Basic effects: P plus 6. Attack and defense 200%. Nice. You know, it's nice stats, nice key. Great. Launches additional super attack when HP is 50% or more. And another attack and defense 200%. Okay, so not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of HP restrictions for passives, especially when something is that big. That is a huge attack and defense buff plus additional super. I'm not a big fan of that. You could get like sniped by like a unit like Frieza. He might be fine. He's probably fine. But another unit on the team might get sniped, and like now you're like under 50% HP. Now you're probably struggling with Frieza now. It's not this is not good in my opinion. For every super attack performed, key +1 up to 3, and defense 30% up to 250, so up to 5 times. Okay, so you know that's defense buff, and same with every attack received. For attack wise, like you know the reverse before attack, you know just nice. Key +6, attack and defense 150% for like every attack received and every attack done. Starting from third turn from the start of battle, attack 300%. Okay, and performs critical hit when HP 50% less. One time. Okay. So it's one time, but one time he's gonna hit like a truck, 300% attack, critical hit, when HP is 50% less. So you do trade your defense, but like it sounds great, like 30% sounds great, but you're losing this. You're losing this, so you're only really getting 100% more attack. Like it's not actually that great. It's not that great. Starting from 5th turn of battle, attack and defense 100%. Okay, nice. When attacking is the second or third attack on turn, okay, so he loses slot 1 capabilities, kind of, like not really. I don't think till like turn 7 or so he'll lose his slot 1, because he still have like, you know, like if you get him, say turn 2, turn 4 he'll have 80% damage reduction. By turn 6 he'll have 70% damage reduction, is still really good. You can still get away with slot 1, especially with his new upgraded kid. He's got quite a bit of defense here and there, so I think 70% still could work for him. But if you put him slot 2 or 3, he's gonna have way more defense as well. Very nice. Starting from 7th turn of battle, attacking defense 100% when attacking the third attacker. Because so later on, you really want to put him slot 3, and he's gonna float him off. He's gonna start hitting hard. He's gonna have more defense. Like he's gonna make up for the fact that he's losing his damage reduction. And maybe his crit, I don't know. I don't know if his crit will overcome with just raw attack. I think it will, but I guess type neutral wouldn't. Type disadvantage wouldn't. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. He looks really good. He looks really good. Like, it pretty much eliminates the weakness, which like starts off really strong at the start of battle. Later on, he's kind of worthless. So they kind of eliminated that by adding these ones up. They're starting from third turn, 5th turn, 7th turn. They pretty much eliminated that. Okay, so let's look over at Vegeta now. So Vegeta is movie heroes or gifted warriors category lead. Here we are, 130. You know, if it gets you doing a battlefield, you have a movie heroes or gifted warriors. That works. I guess in gifted warriors missions, he will work. Key +3, attack and defense 150%. Nice, you know, can't go wrong with that. High chance of dodging. We love that. We love to see that. High chance of dodging. Changes key spheres to physical rainbow or physical to rainbow. Okay, so nice. This is really good. He changes keys from physical rainbow. So for Gogeta, we can pull it up. No, hold on. Let me pull Gogeta. So yeah, for Gogeta here, with for every key strip obtained, chance of baiting, so 5%, and his support, very nice because rainbow orbs, you kind of like it's for the rainbow ones, it kind of lets you get more as a collective. Where like type ones, they do let you get more like in location, but it could like screw you over as well. Where like you had a bunch of them, but like now it's blocked off, shit like that. Where rainbow ones just let you like interconnect and stuff like that. So it's really nice that it's rainbow. Very nice. When attacker is first attack on the start of turn, randomly changes key stress from certain type. Okay, so double rainbow orb changing. That's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge. I'm gonna lie. So if you float him off every time, that's gonna be huge for Gogeta. You obviously won't have him every turn for Gogeta, but that, look, what turns you do, he might have a 100% chance to dodge if they add up. That's huge. That's huge. When an attacker is in the second or third start of turn, high chance to randomly change key spheres from certain type. Certain key spheres. Okay, so I guess he could have it every time. So this is just a 50% chance. This is guaranteed. So you know, give or take. You know, sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. But if you get, you'll have it guaranteed if you float him off. When attacking with 12 key or more, attack and defense 100%. Nice, multiple good buff. Can't go wrong with that. As attacking is a third attack on turn, attack 200%, launch an additional super attack. Okay, so nice and bad. So you kind of have to float him off to get that. It's good. Like I guess as support he works great. As support he works great. Float him off. This and that, great. When there is another movie bosses or heroes category that attack in the same turn, so you know he's fucking Vegeta, but he's got movie bosses just specifically for this unit, specifically for them, because you know there's no reason why Vegeta should be buffing movie bosses apart from that unit. So you know it's nice that they're seeing the support in the banner units. It's nice to seeing that finally. Like, you know, we shouldn't make them go. We should just make them a support for the main unit. Attack and defense 150%, damage reduction rate 30%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So more stats and 30% damage reduction. Absolutely beautiful. When allies, so same thing, but when allies in the turn are of that category, attack and defense 150% and chance of evading 30%. Okay, so nice. So another stat buff plus another 30% chance to dodge. So it goes from high chance to 80% chance to dodge. That is a huge difference. That is a huge difference. That makes it higher than great chance to dodge. So yeah, that's huge. And then his super attack effect, we see it here, but I want to see if there's more to it. Griller's defense, voila. So just Grilly stacks defense for the whole thing. And we got something I can show you here, but I guess I'll cut. We have festival battle missions now. So yeah, we have new festival battle missions here. So we'll play it again and see until we stop it. But yeah, we have new festival battle missions, and he's gonna be great for that. He's gonna be great for the missions if he's in it. Yeah, here we are. My current event was team that includes Super Int, Super STR, and Super Physical characters. So I'm not too sure about the way it's worded here. It might just be like a different mission for each one, like one mono Int, one mono STR, and one mono Physical for a mission, or it just might be like just don't use tech or AGL characters. That might just be it. But I'm not too sure about it. But he is, I believe he's an Int type, the Vegeta. Let's see. Yeah, he's Int type, so brilliant. Just Grilly stacks defense. Caulifla and Kale, Caulifla more than Kale. She Grilly stacks defense, and she is great. Only thing is, he does get additional super attack in slot 3, which is when you'll want it, because you get more stacks that way. But you are floating him out more often, so I guess we'll have to see how much he can actually get by the time you're like the diamond stage or so on. I assume he'll be good. We'll have to see. But yeah, brilliant. Also, but that you might not get this one though. You might not get this buff. The when all eyes are in the same turn, blue heroes and blue bosses. I think that's a little harder in festival battles. You know, the teams are very restricted there. Like you could probably get. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. Because the tech gods are on there. There are tech characters. You can't use them. By the way, I assume that mission is just to counter Gogeta and Vegeta from 10th anniversary. I assume that's just the purpose. Just to avoid tech Vegeta and IGL Gogeta from coming in, because they're the main units you want to use. But yeah, so that might be a bit harder, but this one I kind of want characters, blue bosses, blue heroes. I think that's okay. That's not too hard, I don't think. But the team I would recommend for this is probably just run maybe Brown or Parent Child. That would be my guess for the mission. Bring Vegeta and Trunks, and then you just bring like any other units like really strong but just not quite there, and then you're good. Like I assume even go Frieza, the Int one would do well in that with Vegeta and Trunks buff. So yeah, but I think that's it for the characters so far. I'm very happy about this character. Very good. Only one I'm not too happy about is the Frieza party unit. The Frieza is like, he's good, but he's missing a bit of defense somewhere. But I guess we'll see in game, because he does have 7% damage reduction, which is like huge. We'll see how it works in game. But that's the only part about Gogeta I'm not too happy about. I mean, Frieza. Also, the great chance to guard past turn 6. I mean, like, at that point, you just don't get to go Frieza. He's going to Gogeta and stay in Gogeta. There's no reason to stay in Frieza. He's not stacking. He's not doing anything. I guess he hits harder, or he could hit harder with enough attacks in slot 1, but then you run the risk of him not activating his guard. It's like, well, what am I doing? Like, what's the point of this? What am I doing here? So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. The celebration starts on the 28th, and then banners I assume will drop on the 29th. You know, they'll give you like a day in between like the celebration starting and then the banners dropping. Let me know what you guys think about the characters. Do you like the video? Leave a like, subscribe. We will be live with this banner dropping, all the stuff. So if you feel like it, feel free to check me on Twitch. Peace.